right.
I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Well, howdy, friends. We're back again. One more time. There we are. Nice to be with you all.
Great to be here. Thank you, Adam. Your generosity exceeds you. That's a wonderful gift. Thank you so much. Do deeply appreciate it. Where's here she is?
Hey,
Hello, hello. Brenda called me about 2 minutes ago,
yeah?
woke me out of a dead sleep. I came home. I wasn't gonna come home. I was gonna stay. Brenda's there now, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or will be. Yeah, she probably is there. She was saying, I'll see you this evening. Well, I won't be there,
Hopefully she'll come up and give us another tour of the fish shop.
or she'd be happy to. Oh, well. Well, my brain is not in gear yet. I,
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, there is.
You needed a good nap.
we got a big order of fish in today. So
Oh,
we
cool.
spent half the day putting fish in tanks. We bought some really nice new bikers, and they're small. They're 3 inches or so. Put them in a tank, a 125, along with a number of other small fish, but one big fish. And the big fish is about a 14-inch long fish.
That's a big one.
Well, he somebody said the long fish has got a biker in his mouth.
Oh no.
So I went and he sure enough did. So he came out and he got put in with the Abba Abba. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I think he's going to suffer the consequences of it because I think the Abba Abba is going to continually take little bites of him. He doesn't have teeth, but his bite is hard. Um, they may not really cause much injury. I don't know. I don't have another tank to put him in right now, so we'll see. He seemed to be all right when I left this evening. We'll have Brenda check on him and see if he's okay.
Yeah, she's in the chat now.
You should
Mhm.
do check on that. Yeah, keep an eye on him. Make sure he's okay. I've had Abba over the years.
Mhm.
Um, at one point, I bought about four 16-inch Abbas. And I mixed them in with other fish, and they did not do well. I think I wound up losing them all, actually. I didn't have tanks to put them in by themselves. And every time I've seen them on display, they've been by themselves. So, and each time, every one I've had that I've kept for any length of time, and there have been a couple, two or three, that I've had for a couple of years each. I've kept them by themselves. So I just have I've got the distinct impression they don't play well with others. They live in the Nile River, and the Nile River has zero visibility, at least the upper ends of it or the lower ends of it, where it's going through soil and sand. It's a mud river and considered a mud river, which is why when it floods, it's of such great value because it restores the soil and makes its banks some of the richest land on earth. But the fish that live in it, at least the abba for one, can't see anything and have developed to have no eyes. I don't
That's
know if
interesting.
true of other fish. I don't know much about what's in that part of the river, except for the abba. They get about 4 foot. They get pretty good size. They're a tough customer. Um, they will eat about anything that they can wrap their mouth around. Um, but they don't swallow anything whole if it's big. They'll grab it and shake it and tear off chunks, which is an interesting way to eat. There are other animals that do that, but I'm not aware of any fish. I suppose the shark does that, but they're able to bite through it. These guys are not really biting through it. They're just chomping down with their rigid bone uh, um, jaw and shaking real hard, and the sheer pressure of their grip and the violence of their shaking tears off sections. Can you just imagine being under attack by such a creature?
I couldn't.
Scary,
I would not want to swim in that river.
really.
I'll swim with alligators first.
Let's see what Brenda's up to. Well, here it is. Is that who's that in the back there? That's the abba.
That's the abba. The lungfish is over here.
Okay, so they have separated. I was kind of hoping that's what would happen. The other abba's moving around a lot, though, isn't he?
That abba abba's an impressive fish.
Yeah, he's gone back over now. I can't tell where she is. Yeah, look at the back corner. He's gone back over to where the lungfish is.
Yeah, that's the lungfish, and the abba abba's right next to him.
Yeah, he's not leaving him alone, is he?
Uh-uh.
Do you see any damage at all on him?
I didn't when I saw the lungfish earlier. He was at the other end,
Okay.
just swimming around, and like you can't tell because of this here, but
Yeah, I thought I
you
saw.
kind of see him. He's just
I thought I saw his tail was kind of flicked, but I
yeah.
wasn't sure about it.
That's his tail there, and then the abba abba next to him.
Okay, so the tail looks fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. It's interesting. They've been together for what, about 6 hours, I guess.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah,
Both of those are really interesting fish.
they really are. The lungfish is he ain't nobody's fool. I mean, he's got a mouth like the abba abba, and I think he eats them much the same way.
Oh
He
wow.
did have that that 4-inch biker in his mouth, which he managed to kill with one scrunch.
Whoa.
I don't know if you can see him. That's actually his head right down there.
Wow.
Huh. Well, guess they're gonna be all right. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the abba is moving around. Now he's coming out. So he's not attacking him.
No, he was just laying there.
He's just kind of curious.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll work out. That would be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, since they're both large predatory fish.
They're about the same. Yeah, they're pretty equally matched. I think the abba abba is much more curious. The lungfish really is more kind of a lurker, just waits for something to come by to snag. Whereas the abba abba's on the move all the time, looking for a meal. We could put some goldfish in there that would keep them distracted.
There is one in there.
Yeah, it's one little one. He's been in there all day,
Yeah.
being kind of ignored. You got your phone? Is that what you're
Yeah.
using? Let's take a look at the. I want to show. I want them to see the big big pike cichlids in the other room. On tag. We cleared out some of the little lights are off, aren't they? Yeah, I'll have to turn those lights on. There's a timer there.
There's the tank.
Yeah, the lights are off. We can't see anything. Not gonna work.
Get you the switch to turn it on.
Do you know where this switch is?
Yeah, but I can't get my finger in there to flip the switch.
Oh, okay. Well, another time.
I don't know if that helps any.
That helps a bit. See,
Whoa, that's a big one.
That was.
several of them. There are two of those, and there he is in the back. One of them.
Wow.
It's both of them.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to make it out. They're approaching a football. They're getting pretty big. Why don't you go up and show that old rainbow tank? The one we took all the rainbows out of. Put a bunch of neat thread in.
The rainbow. The one that we put the rainbows in?
No, the one we took them out of.
Oh.
We've got a lot of new stuff in here. Bunch of moonlight gouramis, pearl gouramis. We took the bikers out of there, didn't we?
Yes. They're in the tank that we took the lungfish out of.
Right, there are crevenzas in here. Which I thought would be interesting. You could put some flat rocks in there.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Crevenzas.
That's a pretty one.
Ceramic. And I think that's coming. So our tanks are loaded up again.
That they are.
Next to that tank.
Next to that are these.
Yeah, those are the mascara barbs. And down the bottom are Julia Crobus, Rillerai. And there's some other smaller Tanganyikas, the name of which escapes me. There are catfish in there too. There are cories in there, I think,
Oh, cool.
today.
Yeah, they're down here. Where'd they go? There.
Somewhere.
I don't know if you can see that spotted one. He's right back there.
Yeah, in the very back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's some of
There's
those.
another one.
So we're getting more fish tomorrow.
There's the orange ones.
That is cool.
There.
That is a beautiful tank.
Yeah, it's kind of sparsely planted. We've tried to do really jumped up.
Oh, that one's pretty.
Oh,
Yeah, the one with the Bichers is that one. The other one with the light out.
yeah.
I don't know if you can see those.
That's got a couple of barracuda in it.
Whoa, really?
Those-
Is
That's
that
cool.
what those are?
yeah. They get big.
I bet.
And there's like cichlid. We've probably got 25 big. Got a lot in it. Small for the most part. I think the biggest thing we had in there was long, and he's now gone.
Oh, we're losing your audio, Father Fish.
Oh, I thought it was just me.
No, it's on my end too. So that's like a real barracuda. I mean, a barracuda. That's a real one. That is so cool. If those get,
I don't know.
it's
Not
cool.
sure what that is back there.
Hey, would you mind giving us a tour of the whole shop, Brenda, if you have time?
Oh, sure.
That would be so cool.
There's these guys.
Oh, wow.
Those are calvus, like Tanganyika calvus.
They are beautiful.
And that's a mono.
This is from here.
That is a beautiful fish room. I love those blue shelves.
See if you can spot a baby. Are the lights off in there?
Yeah, the light's off. I don't know where this. Oh, wait a minute.
I think they,
Ah,
she was in the nest again this afternoon. They made
there's oh, there, right by the filter.
yep, yeah,
That is cool.
around the filter. These are you can see them darting. These are buffalo cichlids spawned here. That's the male back there. Female is in the pot up front. And my guess is she's got eggs again.
That's
Pretty
exciting.
news. We may wind up with a whole lot of babies in here. They only have a few at a time, like 6 or 10.
Oh, yeah, there he is. There she is.
Yeah, there she is.
So are they one of the species that protects the young instead of predates them?
Yes, they do.
That's cool.
They're at a point now where the male is chasing the babies away. But I think that's because they have too much of eggs. He's not eating them. He's not killing them. He's just kind of keeping them away from the nest. They may be just barely big enough to eat the eggs. So, what are we looking at? This tank has got so many fish in it. It's scary.
I love this tank.
Yeah, there got to be over 100 fish in there, and it's about 7 or 8 different species. We're looking at it today. Every one of the species that are in there are schooling in their own species school. So there are like 5 or 6 individual schools of fish in
Wow.
that tank.
That is so cool.
Isn't that wild? There's a Jack Dempsey. We put a bunch of small flower horns in there today. You'll probably see some of them. That's Senspilum. And these are mostly Central American cichlids. They're more aggressive. Those are barbs, rosy barbs, which is a more aggressive fish. So they seem to do fine with these cichlids. They're Central American cichlids for the most part. So they tend to be very colorful, pretty big. There's one pair in there of chocolate cichlids that are 6 to 8 inches. They're real big. And they do fine because they're so big. They just kind of that's who that is, I think. One of the chocolates.
I love their eyes. That's a unique color.
They're beautiful fish.
That they are.
I was watching predatory fish yesterday, and they were showing a fish store in China that had a tank full of that fish, chocolate cichlid, and Rob was surprised how beautiful they are. He'd never seen any big ones.
I'm gonna have to check them out because I've never seen any of the big ones.
Yeah, we have a few little ones, I think. Maybe we don't. I don't think I have any little ones right now. We'll probably ought to get some.
That's a beautiful tank.
This is a rainbow, mostly rainbows in here, and a few angels. Did we put any?
Oh yeah, they're over here in the corner.
Oh, okay, right. Those are medium angels. and a few nice ones.
Got some interesting patterns.
I'm being watched.
That you are. That he's watching you. That discus.
There are 2 6-inch discus and a bunch of 3 to 4-inch angels in here. A few pinkish angels, only 1 or 2. So we're trying to get a few more.
Oh, that would be cool.
There's one.
Beautiful.
Now, a lot of people don't like to put angels and discus together. I do it routinely and never really have a problem. This tank has a couple of small screw in it. They're about 3 to 4 inches, and we put a bunch of angels in there. Well,
The Waru in here are hiding.
they're way back there in the corner.
Yeah.
We have a pair of wire in the other room that spawned last week, but I don't think any of the fries survived. They now have their own tank, so hopefully they'll go again. This is mostly an African tank. It is Malawi and Tanganyika's with a few Central American cichlids, like the guy at the top. The can't remember what it's called. I don't know. It won't come to me. But these are mostly they're Malawi cichlids, parrots, peacocks, haplochromis, that kind of stuff. But you can see in the back are Tanganyikas, those striped ones.
Oh, cool.
That one.
Yeah, and the ones with the large tail. They're also from Tanganyika. Oh dear.
That's a beautiful tank.
And this is
That's a nice
from the
plant,
front
too.
door. There's that one.
That's the front door, a view from the front door.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, I love the Amazon tank. That's got to be one of my favorite tanks right there.
A couple of discus in it.
Right there.
There they are. And some angels. And a few just other oddball stuff. There are Gilstream loaches in there. Chinese algae eaters. I can't remember what else. Not much else. Not a lot of fish in there.
Yeah, the knife fish stays in the back.
That's right. There's
Yeah.
a black ghost knife. And then this tank has just an oddball collection of things that somebody dipped a net in a tank and threw in there. So I was gonna take them all out and set up scarlet batis, but I couldn't catch them, and it didn't have any place to put them. So I put the scarlet batis in the next tank over. You'll see them in a minute, maybe.
I thought they went in this one.
No, because I had to take all those out.
Oh.
Now this tank has these are native Atlantic seaboard fish plus 2 monos There's the monodactylus that we got today. They're not native Atlantic coast. They're native India and Sri Lanka and places like that. They're a brackish water fish, as are the other fish that are in there, um, which is a type of pup fish, and it's loaded with babies. There are
Oh,
probably 100 babies. And these guys are continuing to spawning all the time.
There's some babies.
Very
that is
pretty
so
fish.
cool. I love that tank.
And I thought you had shrimp in here.
Um, we just put the two red crabs in there. You might see them.
That would be cool. Oh, is that the scarlet bettas?
Right here.
The
Oh,
crab.
wow.
I don't see the crab.
Yeah, there are two of them in there. They're probably down on the bottom. They're red, the two red crabs. Or their claws at least are red.
That is really cool.
And then where are we? What are we looking at? Oh, there
It's
you go.
the shrimp tank.
Oh, that's the shrimp tank. Okay. No, the crabs are in the brackish tank. This
Oh.
shrimp tank has the baddest in it,
They're hiding.
likely. We put them in there today and they seem to be doing okay.
Is there any special care requirements when you keep aquatic crabs?
Um, I can't imagine what. There's no care at all for any of these fish. We do put a little food in every day. What do you feed these, Brenda?
I put shrimp in there.
Do you? Yeah, shrimp. Do they get flake? They should get flake.
I did put some flake in there when I ran out of shrimp. I put some flake in there.
Yeah, well, feed them flake instead of shrimp. They're really
Okay.
they're a vegetarian,
Okay.
so they'll eat both, but they prefer the flake.
I think I see the crab, but he's like under the filter.
Probably.
Oh. Yeah, he's back there in the back behind the
No,
filter.
he's
So
not in that tank.
no, it's back here.
Oh, right.
But he's like back there under the filter and he moved.
Right, right.
It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, they're about an inch long. We've had them for a while. We'll probably get some more. I think I want to start putting some more brackish water fish in there. Well, thank you,
Where's
Brenda.
the bookcase?
Quite a tour.
Yeah, this has been a really nice tour. Thanks, Brenda. That was fun.
No problem. And that's it, other than the plant room.
Oh, that would be cool.
So we have all this.
So there are supplies, such as they are,
Yep.
filters and pumps and heaters.
The green, is that the green one? Is that one that you actually put a sponge filter into? Because I've never seen a setup quite like that.
Yeah, you can put sand in it. That's the old time filter.
Oh, the dragons.
Beardy. We have baby beardies back. They'll be,
Yeah.
I think. So that's a lot in there. This whole wall.
Good one.
Yeah, he's asleep. You get? Do you still got the crabs down here?
I think we took them out.
Oh, okay. And we have better babies in here.
Oh, cool.
Almost everybody. Oh,
There's
we're
one there.
And the birds?
And a bird.
canaries, right? This is their horticultural. We're
That is
culturing
really cool.
a whole lot of different plants, some immersed and some not. Immersed and immersed.
I love that setup. There are so many tubs. Wow.
This is the mosses up here
You know, we've got about
in
6
the tray.
of moths that we're growing out, including some plants that are carpeting plants. And it's doing pretty well. We're kind of excited.
Yeah. I won't show the table because they left it a mess.
Oh, well. They were busy all day.
I know. And there you have it.
All righty. Well, thank you, Brenda.
You're
Very
welcome.
Thank you.
nice.
Hmm. That was a really nice tour.
Yeah, we were real lucky to get that
Mhm.
building. We were in a warehouse, a single unit, and the landlord said, "I want to show you something." And he took us over and showed us it's a double unit. And he gave it to us for, I think, $600 more than we were paying.
Wow, that ain't.
So
That's actually good.
yeah, it's jumped up a little since then, but really not much. So it's very affordable. Of course, it's a warehouse, but it's a well kept building in an area that's pretty easy to get to. And rather neat. Danios is here. Are you still there, Danios?
Yep.
Yes. Let's get.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I have some time for my fish because it's the summer and I get a break from school. So I've been kind of helping this tank recover because a few fish have died. So I got a male platy and another female platy here. They're currently in quarantine and looking pretty good, really
Yes.
active.
Nice.
Uh, and I'm gonna have to buy another female guppy because the male is well going pretty hard on the girls.
Uh,
So I'm gonna have to get another girl for him. But the plants have also been growing nicely in this tank. Uh, I've seen some growth in these Ludwigias, I think it is. Yeah, and
yeah.
I'm just waiting for the plants to grow so I
Good.
can put the betta in. And
Nice tank.
also, I've set up a terrarium here with my cacti.
Oh, cool.
Love it.
I have tons of cacti in here,
You do.
even some night blooming cacti.
Great collection.
Mm-hmm.
This mammillaria here is gonna have some seeds, so I'm gonna have a lot of small cacti. And the babies here have been growing very well, the Daniel babies.
Oh, cool. That's a nice
And
tank.
the same for the raspberries.
Right. Nice.
There's a Daniel. Little tiny
Yeah,
Daniels.
good looking tank.
Hmm.
Thank you. I'm probably gonna go to a fish meetup in a few weeks.
Oh, good.
So I'll buy some. So I'll buy some plants.
Right.
Probably buy more plants for the betta tank. Also,
Where do
I
you
want
live?
it to
What
be
what
really grown in.
what state do you live in?
Czechia, the Czech Republic.
Oh, you're in the Czech Republic. Okay. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. The fish people here don't really care for fish. Like for an ecosystem, they usually do it the way with water changes and stuff like that. But the fish are healthy, so it's good to support local fish keepers,
Right,
even
right.
even if I might not agree with how they're keeping the fish.
Ah, well, you
But
do. That's that's one of the joys of clubs and get-togethers is you're able to share ideas and that's really the best way to learn.
yeah, we have there's a meetup in here in Czechia every Sunday, I think it is. Yeah, Sunday,
Uh-huh.
where fish keepers get together and sell plants and a lot of fish. I
Nice.
I really like the plant keepers because I've been even able to buy some plants that I don't really see, like
Right.
cryptocorin apongitifolia. It looks like an apongiton, but it's a cryptocorin,
Yes.
and I really like this plant because I do
Yeah.
like the Apongiton, but it takes a bit more care than a Cryptocori.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
But have a good evening. If
Thank you
you
so
want,
much.
I can show the
Nice
tank.
to have you visit.
Yeah,
Love your tanks.
Hey, you're doing great.
yeah,
Bye for now.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what time it is.
It's
No,
6:38.
no, where he is, it's about, I guess, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, probably
Probably.
about 2 in the morning. Vito Great Lakes. What are some good methods for getting Monte Carlo to spread? I have so much doing okay on gravel. It's not going to do much on gravel until you get a fair amount of nutrient into that gravel. So it's just going to take a while. We're growing it on our formulated soil, and we're selling it actually with the soil. So you get a little cup of it in soil, and you get to plant that whole thing in the tank. So it comes with its own um, little garden, if you.
That's really cool.
So it's really kind of experimental, but hopefully it'll work. It'll keep it alive anyway.
Right?
Yeah. Ooh.
And then I've got about 4 questions starred if you're feeling up to it.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
How would you alter the softness hard of the water? I would not. I would not even try to. Um, one of the one of the principles that I operate by is that the fish have to live in my water. And if they can't live in my water, then I don't try to keep them. And the reason for that really is very simple. Um, it becomes extremely difficult to to provide water that is different from the natural water that you have. You have to add chemicals to it or put it through some kind of process or buy special water in order to be able to do that. Now, I think if you're an advanced hobbyist and you're trying to keep fish that require unique conditions, that's really quite another matter. And I've certainly done that. I'm not doing it right now. I've got 40 or 50 tanks going, and frankly, it would be too much to try to keep up with having tanks with special water in them. I wouldn't be able to treat them the same way I'm treating everything else. I wouldn't be able to drain them and refill them. My staff would require special training. It would just be a problem all the way around. So, altering the hardness and softness of water is not really something I try to do. And the reality is, fish that are in soft water, if they are being bred in captivity, it is in hard water. Florida and Thailand, the Philippines, all have hard water. Um,
We do.
so that's the water these are grown out in, and it's the water they've learned to love in. Fish are very adaptable. They can adapt to virtually any water condition. Their only requirement is that it be stable, not that it be a certain pH. Let's see, Darius Wheelis is here. Let's get there.
That's good. Hey,
Hey, how y'all doing?
good.
It's that tank I set up Sunday with that
Oh,
biker in it. I don't know if you can see him back there.
so get you full screen. There you go.
Can you see her back there?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah. The water's taking a long time to clear up. I mean, it's been since Sunday. I hope this sand is all right.
Oh, it should clear up. Father
Yeah.
Fish will be back in just a moment. It looks like his camera froze, so he may not be able
Oh,
to hear
okay.
us. But I think you're doing wonderful with your tank.
I still got this little guy. I had four of these, but my son got in the tub they were in, and three of them didn't make it.
And that
My
happens.
my 2-year-old. But yeah, that's looking good. I hope it clears up real soon. But
Oh, it
I
should.
still have that canister filter running on. I'm gonna take that off and put a sponge filter on it. But I kind of thought that would clear it up quicker, but I guess not.
Yeah, I would have thought it
But
would clear it up quicker too.
here's
Oh,
this is what I'm wanting that one to look like.
oh, that's gonna be amazing. I love this tank.
This tank is looking so good. I'm so surprised.
It has really flushed out.
Yes. This is the fourth month I think that it's been running.
Wow. I love that sunken ship that you have in there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm starting to like it more. I'm just wanting it to look natural in there, get
Oh, it
I
will.
don't know, I want to
Over
find some type
time
of
it
moss
will.
to put on it or something. And then I got a couple things up here.
You got some Rickia in there. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Some little dead stuff over here. But yeah, it's looking good.
Oh, I like it.
Did you see the other tank, Father Fish?
No, I was knocked offline.
I was it's the one I set up Sunday. I showed it to you, but it's still pretty cloudy. It still has the canister filter running. I want to put a sponge filter in it, but I figured the canister filter would have cleared it up quicker. But
Yeah,
there's
not
Connor. There's my biker.
the sponge filter probably clear it quicker. The
Okay, well I'll get one and put in it in
yeah,
the next couple of days then.
it's gonna be nice.
But do you think this sand I got from where they dug my well? It was from deep in the ground.
Really? Wow.
I figured
That's
it'd be good, but I don't know if that's why it's staying cloudy so long or what.
No, wouldn't
But
worry about it. It'll clear up. Yeah, that's got to be good sand.
oh,
yeah, and I got the mud from the creek.
that's cool.
Nice.
So
Yeah, when they
yeah,
dug my well, I did the same thing with my 20-gallon. I got the prettiest sand out of the bunch and put it in my 20-gallon tank.
I wish I would have thought of that for the other tank because I would have done it then. I got a ton of it out there. It's got
Wow.
some little pink in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Neat.
Definitely gives it
Yeah,
character.
yeah. So I'm hoping it turns out just as good as the other one, but I got to get some
So,
plants in it real soon.
yeah, well, plants will help clear it up too. And you can,
Yeah.
if it stays that way, just do like a 25% water change. That'll,
Okay.
that'll also help.
All
Because,
right. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll probably have some plants in it this weekend. So
yeah, that and the sponge filter,
yeah,
that'll do the most good. Yeah, I like your other tank. That was real pretty.
yeah. This one in here is looking so good.
Yeah, it
I
really
told
is.
her it's been running, I think, 4 months now, so I haven't
Wow,
had any issues with it. It's been the easiest tank I've ever had in my life.
amazing, isn't it? Very cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's come out real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
I
see?
added three of those Chinese algae eaters in here the other day.
Right.
I hope that was a good choice.
Yeah, generally, well, they help keep the little bit of algae that'll grow in there down under control.
I probably need more than three. I have
You can
those and six corridor catfish.
that and a pleco. Put a pleco in.
Uh,
Pleco.
like a bristle nose or just a regular one?
No, like a bristle nose or a rubber lip.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll do that. Um, I just thought about it. So on my other tank with Devicer in it, what kind of algae eaters can I put in there? I know they say you can't put a pleco in there because they'll eat their slime coat off.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
No, they'll be all
Oh, there's
right.
one of those guys right there on
Don't
the ship right there.
That's cool.
I got these little things growing. I don't know if you can see it on the ship, but it's a little seed pod that fell in there off of a plant
yeah,
out of the
yeah,
creek.
very cool.
I probably
That
should move that to the dirt.
Yeah, maybe.
And there's another one right there on
Oh,
the front. Yeah,
very cool.
yeah,
Wonderful.
but yeah,
Nice.
she's doing good. Oh, all the fish are coming to the front. There's about 45 fish in here. It seems like there's nothing. It seems empty, but
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a big tank.
these red what are they got? Red pin tetras. They hide out back here in the back corner most of the time
Huh.
until the lights start to go out, until the sunset comes on,
Then they
and then
move.
they seem to come out.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I have a few baby guppies in here.
oh nice.
Somewhere here.
Huh.
Yeah, they're hard to find. But yeah, there's a handful, probably five or six I've counted in there. So,
Well, very cool. Thank you, Daryl. That's wonderful.
all right. Well, thank y'all. Nice talking to you.
Bye bye.
And we'll see you.
There we are. Let's see. You had a couple other questions.
Mhm.
We only got to one. What do you have?
Let's see. Rambo, we got one from him.
Problem with my tank. That's the problem with ammonia nitrate. Um, is it affecting the fish?
That's a good question.
And do you have plants in the tank? And if so, do you have a tiny little bit or a medium amount or a whole lot? I need more information here. Daniels is going to bed. Going to the
Good
creek
night.
for water. Oh, cool. Gonna make a resurrection jar with scuds. Very nice, Daniels.
And Sailor Ed has a question for you. Crazy question. Can someone do a plants only tank?
Well, to do it, you have to add CO2, and you really should also add nitrates. A simpler way to do that is to put a few fish in the tank because that's what they create is CO2 and nitrates. So you're fighting Mother Nature by trying to keep only half of the nature system. Um, it simply requires more care, more time and effort, and more supplements to be able to do it. Jacob Wade is here. Hi, Jacob.
Hey.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I've been getting a lot more leaves up in here.
You certainly
Almost
have.
my whole yeah, my bag's almost gone. And then I opened up my sides here and took out my sponges for a couple of days so that they can clean up all the excess mold that's been created around here, and they look like they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I would say.
Taking care of that really well. And then I'll probably put them back in. And then I got some
Right.
more leaves. I got a whole bunch of them leaves. Them jackfruit leaves, they're pretty nice.
Looks good.
Well, they'll release like a little bit of like a tannic release, right?
I
Jackfruit.
would, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
So I went through the whole system and I did not. I still can't find them glass cats. So I'm just gonna take them as I lost them, but they
Yeah,
benefit. But that's the
well,
only spot.
yeah. Somebody did a video recently about them saying that they had lost popularity, and I think that's a reason. I think they're hard to keep. They die easily. They're not an expensive fish, particularly, and they're kind of
They
neat looking.
I got them on a good deal. I got them at $7.99 a piece, but then the other pet store, the other two to three of them was selling them 11 to 13.99 a piece.
Yeah,
So I think I got them on a decent okay, but they didn't last. It's a shame because they
yeah.
would have did all.
They're neat looking fish. They're really interesting. But I
Sometimes he will get that prism going. You got to get him at that right spectrum.
well, I think they're delicate.
Yes, and then I've been getting them to build up a little bit down here with all the extra leaves.
Beta Great Lakes wants to know if your catappa leaves are actually breaking down.
The what'd you say?
The leaves, the catappa leaves, are they breaking
Yeah.
down?
I just put them in. That would be the little ones.
Okay, right.
But the other old ones, there's an old one, but I've noticed where I was going to a new spot to get my leaves, it was a little stream, same color leaves, but I don't think it was the proper biology as the proper biology I have, I believe in my tank. I think I have more better because my system struggled to break them down, but it broke down a more bigger streamed leaves much easier.
Huh.
So I'm that area where I was getting them from was struggling with the biology a little bit, even though it looked very good and healthy. I think the biology was something was off in there, something was stirred up, maybe something because the leaves they struggled. It took like almost 2 months for these black ones. See, I still have one.
Well, you know, it could simply be that it takes longer. It does take longer for some leaves to break down. So it could
Right.
just be the type of leaf.
Okay.
Very
Yes,
nice,
yes.
Jacob. We've got Jennifer up over here. I want
All
to get
right.
up. Nice to have you, Jacob. Good to see you.
Yes. Well, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. This is Jennifer Acuna, and this. Whoop,
Have multiple tank syndrome now.
It happens.
gotcha.
Have
There.
6 tanks and a pond.
Oh my.
Cool.
Got a little.
Got a very healthy looking tank there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all father fish.
Nice. I love it.
Then we just bought shrimp, got shrimp today and a baby black molly.
Oh, nice.
First one we have. Then this has a betta and a, see if I could see him, vampire shrimp in here somewhere. Oh,
Cool.
there he is.
Yeah.
And we got guppies, cories,
Love it.
and a whole mess of goldfish and some minnows.
That's a beautiful setup.
Thanks. And then outside we have one big pond with shabunkin. Can't really see them, but they're in there somewhere.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. All father fish, even the pond has the substrate and everything.
It's really interesting looking at your tanks. They have a character about them that is unique from what most people think of as an aquarium. It has a life to it and a natural feel about it that's like looking into a stream or a creek or a pond.
Yeah, I like them that way.
I do too.
I like them natural.
It's very different.
Yeah. It's very relaxing to look into them. It's like you're sitting creekside.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
really enjoy it.
Nice. The fish seem to as well.
Yeah, we just got the guppies just arrived today.
Are
But
they
everything else has
cows?
been,
What are they?
they I'm not sure. I ordered them. They came from California. And this tank I just redid because I thought it had a leak in it, but it don't. They're
Uh,
like a sapphire blue color, which you
oh,
can't
really?
really see right now
Uh,
because it's kind of cloudy yet.
yeah.
which it should clear up in a day or two.
They look good. Nice looking fish.
Yeah, very pretty.
Neat.
And our vampire shrimp.
God,
He's really cool.
Huh.
And of course, a bunch of mystery snails.
Somebody wants to know if there's sticks and twigs in your tanks.
Yeah, one of the branches fell down in my backyard, and I grabbed them and measured them out and put them in there
Nice.
from the branch.
I like it. Yeah.
So it's all, yeah, sticks, twigs, plants that I ordered from you, and a bunch of them,
Nice.
and some driftwood that I had. But yeah, all natural stuff.
Love your tanks, Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Have a
bet.
good evening.
Bye. Thank you. Chris Conclaves.
Fish.
Hi there, Chris.
Hey, just wanted to give you a little update on my tanks.
Sure.
This is a 90 gallon. I started about 8 months ago. And the plant life is grown completely out of the tank.
I see that.
And I've got quite a few different kinds of angelfish.
Yes, you do.
And some rainbows and some Colombian tetras. But one of the things I wanted to show you today, I didn't know if this was appropriate or not, but I wanted to see if this was something that was doable, so I tried it. I'm going to bring you over here. I started a 1 gallon bowl.
Okay.
And I've had this female betta in a 10-gallon tank.
Right.
And somebody gave me this bowl, and I thought the shape was unique, and I thought, well, maybe I can do the same thing, but I did do a dirt sand substrate.
Yeah.
Put a few plants in there. Now, there's not a lot of swimming room, but she seems to be doing pretty good.
Well, it's, so long as you can keep it stable, it's really a perfect environment for a betta. Bettas are not a fish that like to swim around a lot.
Right.
They tend to hang in one spot.
Well, that's what I found. Like the 10-gallon almost seemed too big.
Yeah, exactly. You can do it, and it's not unhealthy for them. But I believe this kind of environment is much more natural for bettas.
And then my son had a turtle tank, and he just moved out, and he gave it to me. And I set up this guppy tank, and I started with 6 guppies.
Oh my.
And now I've got, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 guppies.
Right. A lot more than 6.
Yeah. But yeah, this has kind of been one of my favorites.
Oh, that's neat.
And this is a 40-gallon breeder.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So the 10-gallon that the betta came out of is right below it. And I'm trying to convert it into shrimp. I've got a few in there.
Oh, cool.
And
that'll work.
I think I'm going to just do, plants and shrimp in this one.
Yeah, that'll work.
And then my very first father fish tank, which is at about 1.5 years old now, is totally turned into a jungle.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I can't really see what I'm showing you, but.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's some glare there, but.
Ah.
Got quite a few tetras in there, neons, black neons, rummy nose,
right.
Rasboras.
Right. Isn't that cool?
Yep. And then I got another one right below it. I put in some feeder fish, and they turned out to all be swordfish.
Huh.
And
look at that.
Yeah, they're breeding in there and doing pretty good.
Wow. Nice.
And the last update, and I'll let you get to the next guy. This is my 29-gallon.
Pretty
the same age. So I've got the multi-tank syndrome thing going for sure.
And I bet you're not.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the Betta. If she has any problems in there, she'll go back to the 10-gallon.
As
But
long as it's stable, that's kind of the key to it. Put it
all
in.
right, well, I'm gonna, it's right close to my sink, so if I see anything, an easy cup of water change occasionally, it should be fairly easy to do. But anyway, just wanted to let you know everything's going good, and you got your stickers everywhere. So anyway, thanks for showing me a new way to
You
keep
bet,
fit.
Frank. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Where did Dina go? There she is.
Yeah, not sure if my mic's working.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
Yeah, I just realized the reason I'm dropping off is I have a loose wire.
Oh, no.
If I play with it a little bit, it brings it right back up. So as long as I catch it right away, it's not going to be
That's
a
good.
problem. Anyway, what other questions do we have? We didn't get through all of them. Do we have more?
Yep, we got one more. And the question is, I want to do my next tank with only Anubias. Any recommendations on the type?
Well, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I had a tank with Anubias, but it was a tank that had been set up for a good while. I put Nubius in, and they melted instantly down to the dirt.
Oh, no.
The plant totally disappeared. So I didn't pay any attention to it. I really didn't want a lot of plants in there anyway. 2 or 3 months later, it started getting shoots and the plants started coming back. And they came back very strong. So they had spent all that time building a root system. The problem with starting a tank with Anubias is that they really are not going to do, typically, they're not going to do well in a brand new tank. It hasn't developed the kind of the kind of biology that the plant needs to do well. You're better off starting with Vallisneria or swords, which are going to take hold and do well, and they're going to balance your tank, and then start building the Anubias into that. It's also one that is difficult to grow. And so, you say, did he say Anubias? Yes. I'm not. I'm thinking about cryptocarine. He's saying Anubias. I'm thinking about crypt. Anubias need to be attached to a hardscape. They do have roots that will go down into the substrate, but the answer is really the same though, because they have to be able to pull nutrients out of the water column. And in a brand new tank, there just aren't many nutrients in there. You need a fish population and a fairly substantial one to be able to have the kind of nutrient you need. Now, you can do it with fertilizer. The problem with that is that you're only going to get leaf growth. You're not going to get much in the way of tuber growth. I think my advice would be the same. To start with plants like swords and val, corkscrew, jungle val, any of the vals, any of the swords, and then begin building in. Once you get it established after a few months and they're growing, well, then start adding Anubias. You can do it, you run the risk of them languishing for a long period of time. They're not likely to die, but they're not likely to grow for months on end. Eventually, you will see growth. I mean, if you can tolerate that, then by all means go for it. I would rather have good growth from day one and then be able to bring plants like Anubias into a healthy environment rather than try to get them in essentially a sterile environment and hope they live long enough to get over the hump. So that's my attitude about it. Well,
I'll be right back.
you bet. Let's see. Magnolia and oak. Yeah, magnolia is a pretty heavy leaf, and oak is too, for that matter. More so than ash or a fruit tree leaf. Let's see. What else are we on here? Looking at comments. 3G says the fish police may not like it. Yeah, they are around, aren't they? Need floaters. Talking about the bettable sentiment says you need floaters. Probably a good idea. A good one would be water lettuce because it's got roots and the betta can kind of hang in the roots. TikTok, Blue Mat. Yeah, put that on. Don't put that on TikTok. Right. Who says? Greg is here. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Father Fish.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Love this tank.
Yeah, I was going to show you how do you tell somebody feeds too much without saying you feed too much.
Yeah, right.
See that snail trap full of snails?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Photobomb.
Malaysian trumpets.
Yes.
They do have a way of taking over, don't they?
Yeah, and they're in all my tanks because I move the plants around from tank to tank, and I've just.
Well, I'll tell you frankly, I think it's the most desirable snail to have.
I don't hate them.
They work the substrate. No other snail does that.
That's true. Very true. They work it good. If they would just stay off the glass.
Oh well, they don't do that very well.
Later in the evening, it gets the more on the glass they get.
Always in the evening. That's right. Yeah, they come up at night, don't they? Oh, that prey. Is that a bunch of swords? What are they?
There's a 75 Father Fish.
Nice. Pretty piece of driftwood. Are they all sword plants?
3 swords across the back, 2 crypts in the front. I got some Rosetta swords. Is that what they're called? Rosette swords?
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, they're right.
And this guy here is a arrowhead something or another. I forget what it's called.
Okay.
But it's
something
got kind of
big, sounds like. How are your discus doing in there?
Well, the one that survived, he's still pecking around back here. He's hiding back there in the back. Maybe he'll come out.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
He's starting to get some of his spinach back, but he's still pretty shy. I guess I can't blame him after the massacre.
Yeah, really. Really.
Is Miss Dina here?
She took a break. She
Oh,
back.
okay. Well, I was going to show her the pink angel, but I guess she'll miss out this time.
That'll probably drag her back. Look at that.
Maybe she'll hear me and come running back.
Yeah, really. They are so pretty, aren't they? I have one.
Yeah, I want these babies to pop off right now. If they would just
Yeah,
have some
that'd be
babies.
nice. Yeah. It looks like you may have a pair.
Yeah, these two they stay together all the time. I mean, and normally
Yeah.
they keep these two koi run down to that end,
Right.
and they stay right here on this end mostly.
Yeah, I would say it's a parrot. I would say they're pretty close. She looks like her tube is a little swollen.
Yeah, they're chunky.
They're gonna go. That'll be nice. You know, it's funny. They're a patented fish, so you're legally and technically not permitted to breed them, and
Right.
so you can control it.
They're
What?
just angel. They're just angel fish.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's funny stuff.
You know, I think we've discussed it before. I bred a Nemo to a glow betta female. It's been 4 or 5 years ago, and I had a couple of hundred of them, and I got rid of them. And out of that couple of hundred, about 80% of them had to glow.
Huh.
Wow.
Jess from the Aquatic Morning Show, she got a bunch of them, and my local fish shop got a bunch of them. And I just called them neon.
Right.
They are
Neon
gorgeous.
The koi's.
Those are some pretty ones too.
It's all boys in there. I got some of those albino cherry barbs. Those are really cool.
Right.
Yeah, they are.
Good to guppies.
Those are beautiful.
Aren't they pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's another beautiful string. I love the coloration on their body too. Those stripes are really unique.
Amazing. Yeah.
These are the King Kongs. These are culls. If you can kind of see, they got a little reddish to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of them are still yellow, but these are the non-culls. These are the good ones. No, they're all just yellow. It's kind of not coming off on here, but there's no red, and they're all yellow.
Huh.
They are beautiful.
So these will go to the local fish shop.
Right.
And these will be new breeders.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Here's they was asking about a tank with just plants.
Right.
This is one. This is my quarantine tank.
Right.
And right now nothing's in quarantine, but
a potted tank.
And your favorites.
There it is. I actually got a couple of them today. I don't know why. Hopefully I'll sell them. I think I got the albino.
Those are nice. I have some flames outside in the pond.
Well, they're beautiful fish. They're just very aggressive.
Yes. All right. Well, I just was going to do my weekly.
Well, thank you.
Pink angelfish showing.
Appreciate it, Greg. Bye for now.
Thanks for having me up, y'all.
You bet. Thanks. All right. Adam is here.
Hey.
What do we got here?
Hi guys, I could watch 3G stuff all night long.
I
Right?
know. I know.
Amazing, amazing. Oh, you guys were talking. Well, I thought I'd give you an update on the cylinder. We're about, I don't know, a year and 4 months in, and if I learned one thing with this forum is get out of the way, and these plants take turns fighting for dominance. You can see like we're really starting to step up. But
Right.
up top, I did put Anubias from your catalog across the top, and you're right. They went to sleep for about 90 days. And just now, if you look across the top there, that's all Anubias. They're starting to pop up.
Yep.
So
Amazing.
I want to see them grow kind of almost all the way up to the water surface there, and all the way up to the top.
Right. Right.
That'll be beautiful.
But then you can see like what really, it's funny how you taught us all like let it fight for dominance, let it set itself up, and look at these beautiful on the side here. These are gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about 3 feet long. If you can't tell from this, it's about a 3 feet high.
Yeah, that's a big plant.
And then this guy in the middle, and Father Fish, I don't remember, maybe you know what that is, but
That's an Amazon sword.
okay, right in the middle there.
Yeah.
And he's just, man, that one just took off like this is my tank. And now this other guy over here is saying, well, maybe not so fast,
Right.
So I try to cut them back once in a while, but I just gotta let them go, and they're coming in pretty nice. So that's a good update on where we're at.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
How many gallons is the cylinder again?
That's 55 gallons. That's
55.
3 feet. That's 3 feet tall, the water part, and it's 55 there. Some pump down below.
Love that tank.
Yeah, thanks.
Pretty nice.
And that's Marbles, the angelfish, who will eat anything you put in front of him.
Right. It's working so well.
Yeah. It's really leveled out now. It's starting to get to that sweet spot, I think.
Nice.
Thanks for letting me check in.
Thank you, Adam. Nice to see you.
All right, likewise. Cheers. Be
See
well.
Miss Adams back there. Mrs. Adams in the background.
She's doing her puzzle.
Oh, cool.
Where is she?
Right there.
Oh, that way. There we are.
Hi.
She's doing her puzzle of the week. She loves doing jigsaw puzzles.
I do puzzles.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thanks, you guys. Love you.
Take care. Bye, Anna.
All right. Cheers.
All right. What are we doing here? Oh, where are we for about 7:20? Ooh, yawny now.
Right, and it's contagious.
Right. I did ever. We had a wacky day at the shop today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey started out by deciding he was going to take the day off because he hadn't been sleeping much and he was tired. So I called him and he didn't answer. But he called me back about an hour later and I said, we got our fish in. How many boxes? 6. Oh my God. And we weren't short staffed, but we were kind of busy trying to get plants out and whatnot. So he came in and put in a full day and was his typical brilliant, effective self, just full of energy and wit and wisdom and enjoying all the people who came in. We had a bunch of visitors today. Solar Big Oscar and a few other things. So it all kind of worked out, but it didn't start out well. It just wound up well. Oh, what else is going on here?
Well, we've got a lot of talk about all the beautiful angels that we've seen tonight.
We've seen a lot of angels, haven't we? Yeah. And some nice guppies. The angel whisperer. Willie Bond wants me to move to Florida. I've done Florida, thank you very much. You know what's interesting? Predatory Fins was in New York. And he decided to move to Miami. And he did. He set up a shop in Miami. Could not make a go of it. Wound up going back to New York, and he's gotten sponsors and investors, and been able to put together a multi-million-dollar operation, which is going to be open to the public sometime soon, and will be an utterly remarkable facility. He's got about a I don't know 3 or 4 thousand gallon tank that he bought in China and had shipped over, and a selection of fish that just doesn't quit. I finally got hold of them today and got approved, so I'm going to get an order from them sometime soon. I want to get some stingray for sure, and which is they've become phenomenally expensive. They're the new master fish of the hobby. They've taken the place of everything else. I mean, you can't get them for under $500 wholesale. Wholesale. You know, a couple of grand they're going for. Preston Strobel is here. Hi, Preston.
Hello, hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Oops.
There he is.
I'm gonna see if I can try to turn my camera around.
Okay.
I think I can leave and come back, and then I can have my camera turned around.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll come back in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, mercy. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh, talking about predatory fish.
Mhm.
They did a live today. They're having a big sale through the end of the day today. You can still join in on that if you want. I think they're also doing a 4th of July sale. They got a lot of fish.
Cool.
They got a lot of fish, a lot of peacock bass, and some really interesting ones. And I don't have any right now. I really ought to get some. I think I may wind up doing that. Oh, all right, good. We got him back.
Yeah.
There we are.
So this is my 29 gallon.
Nice. It's a tannin tank.
Yes,
I had a customer in today. I was explaining the natural tanks, and he said, "Is that why they all look yellow?" And I said, "No, that's really
I would
not.
suppose so.
Normally crystal clear, but yeah, we like to do things like put driftwood and leaves and whatnot in their tanks, and it lets the tannin stay control. That's a beautiful tank. Can you get up closer to it, Preston?
Yeah. Is it coming in blurry or no?
Not at all. No, it's looking good.
There's a blue Grammy in here. Let me get the little food. Maybe it'll come out.
Okay.
Should be right there.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
Can you see him eating?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a nice collection of fish.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
Great tank too. Just really nice.
Oh, you see the Grammy up there?
I do.
Yeah.
Looking good, Preston.
It's been running for a while. Thank you.
You bet.
I also got a few more tanks over here.
You want to show them off?
Sure.
Oh my.
This one's somewhat new here.
Wow.
That's
I bought your I bought your stem plant package. They're all back there.
Okay.
The only one that didn't do too well was the Alternantha Rienicki, I think you pronounce it.
Redicky, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one right there. It got melted in that corner. I don't know if you could see it.
Yeah, it might come back.
Maybe. I pulled it up a little bit and it had some roots growing out of it. So
Yeah, it'll just take a while. You can trim it too.
yeah,
I don't think that was Bracca's pedigree.
and I was thinking in a couple of weeks I could, once they reach the top, I could trim them down to half and then maybe replant some more.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then this one over here, it's got a bit of an algae problem.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of excess nutrients, I think, because there's a lot of like string algae and that slime algae.
cut the light back some.
I tried that. It didn't seem to resolve the issue. So I think there's either soil leaching into the aquarium somehow, or I just need to add more plants.
Yeah, or both.
Yeah, I added more sand like a week ago, so it could have helped.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see I added it because it's got that dark layer underneath of it.
Right. The plants look pretty good though.
Yeah, that's the thing. They look good, but it's just the algae's out competing the plants.
It's not enough plants.
Yeah, I'll have to get some more. That wisteria though grows really well.
It certainly does. It'll jump up too.
I also have a ball python right here.
Oh my.
Cool.
Yeah.
Look at him.
His name is George.
George.
That's cute.
And then I got a few beardies right here.
Oh, look at this.
This is
nice.
Biscuit. That's Biscuit right there.
Huh.
I love your setup.
Oh, thank you. And then this is Roxanne. She's red.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got some more animals, but they're outside. They're a big tortoise.
What kind?
It's a sulcata tortoise. If you want me to show them, I can.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That is cool.
He's the third largest tortoise in the world.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. He's going to be probably 200 pounds at least.
Wow. Female, huh?
And then this is another one of my reptile tanks.
Yeah, frogs. What do you have? Well, yeah.
It's a crested gecko, but I could see if I can get him out. Oops. Let's see. Oh, here he is. Here you go.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
See if I can get him to stop squirming here in a minute.
He's nice
pretty.
and fat, isn't he? Yeah.
They're active at night, so they're nocturnal.
Right.
Yeah.
Is she got eggs? Is that a female?
Yeah, it is. No, she's just a little chunky.
Oh.
Let's see if she'll jump in. Let's see. Whoop.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Cool.
There you go.
Nice.
I love your reptile enclosures.
Oh, thank you. And then this one over here, this one is Yoshi. This is another crested gecko.
Okay.
Let me take this tripod for a bit. There we go. Here we go. That's better. You could probably see him back there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Yoshi.
Nice.
And then I got a baby boa constrictor that I can show. Her name is Penelope.
Penelope, is it?
Whoops. Can you see my face or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get her out.
Quite a hobby room there.
Oh
That
yeah,
it is.
this is the only thing I do.
I'm sure. It's very nice.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Nice
I got her
morph.
recently, but yeah, it's a baby boa and it's a female. It's probably gonna get maybe close to maybe 8 to 9 feet.
Uh-huh.
About a snake.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, very cool.
that's pretty much it. Unless you want to see the big sulcata tortoise,
That'd be cool.
Sure, why not?
I'll show 'em.
You still got some daylight there?
Oh yeah, it's I live in Houston, so it's
Okay.
6:30.
Right.
I'm just gonna put the lid on real quick.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun when they escape.
Right.
Well, the baby ones like to squirm in between the little crevices, so I have to keep a little lock up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can be escape artists.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go outside.
So you're upstairs, aren't you?
That's cool.
My. Well, did I lose him? Are you still there?
I think it's froze.
I think it is too.
Hopefully, I'll be able to come back and show the tortoise. That's an amazing collection of animals that he has.
That's quite a home.
Right?
Yeah, I think we probably lost him.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully, he'll be able to come back.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. Texas. What are we doing here? We got about 20 minutes.
Yeah, about that.
I'm holding on.
Mm.
Someplace. What are we talking about? Willie Baum wants to move to Florida. I moved to Florida. I've been in Florida. I did Florida. I ain't there no more.
I was born and raised here, so that's all I know is Florida.
Right. Are there small aquatic turtles that would work on a community fish tank? I've seen it done. I've seen it done with red ear sliders, little ones. It just makes for a very busy tank, and you really can't have, if you're doing that kind of thing, you really can't have plants because they just eat them mainly. I think what Dina's doing with the musk turtle is really the nicest way to be able to keep turtles in an aquarium.
Thank you.
Let's see.
And before adding the turtles, I made sure the plants was already starting to be established, but once they reach maturity, they're still probably going to eat the plants.
Right. Oh. Basically restoring an old fish tank. Just epicness. Who needs a wrench? We haven't passed wrenches out, have we?
Yeah, we got a few people that need some wrenches.
There's Greg. Let's see if I can do this. I think maybe I can do this. Actually, Maybe if I get this moved, be easier. Greg Squires. Oh, somebody else. Who's that?
Oh, he's back. It's
Oh,
Preston.
good. Okay. Preston, hi.
Hello, I have to go on my computer because my phone died, so
Oh,
How that
okay.
goes.
this should be interesting. I'm gonna have to pick them up and show you.
All right. Looking at the sky, looks like rain.
That it does.
Ooh. Let's see. Just take 720.
He's very deep in his hole that he made, so I got some baby tortoises I can show you, but I can't
Oh,
get in.
wow.
That's okay.
Let me get the baby tortoises real quick.
Sure.
That'd be
Looks
so
like
cool to
you-
have an enclosure like that.
Oh, he has his own house. I think I can get it on screen. Can you see it?
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, look
I
at
love
that.
that.
No.
That's for the winter, so it has
Right.
a heat lamp in there and all that other stuff.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
So what are your babies? Sulcatas?
No, they're called redfoot tortoises.
Oh, okay. Smaller than a sulcata.
Yeah,
So,
they get about
Yeah.
16 inches.
right. Nice turtle.
So here's one that he's a little bit more yellower, but he's pretty
That's
cute.
a pretty one.
See how it's got more of a yellow shell,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and it's got more legs right there. Let me see if I can get the other one. Oh, I got him. We got baby lizards laying. They got laying eggs everywhere, but here's the bigger one here.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
It's about the size of my hand.
Redfoot. Yeah.
I've had him for
Beautiful.
about 3 years, maybe. He's got more of a redder head on him, if you can see
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
that. The other one.
Nice.
I might be able to get a shot of the sulcata. I think he's sticking his head out, so let's go see. Here it is. Can you see him?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
There he is.
Yeah. He's
Wow.
looking pretty good.
Yeah, he dug under the foundation of
Right.
his house, so he's got a huge he's got
Wow.
a huge hole there.
Wow.
That is cool.
Goodness.
I tried to get him out of there, but he is wedged in there.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you.
Well, thank you, Preston. Enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no problem. I like showing people.
I'll bet. A lot of fun. You got some nice stuff.
Yeah,
Love
thank
your
you.
displays. Thank you, sir.
You too. You have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
That was pretty cool.
Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
Let's see. I'm trying to do this wrench thing.
Mhm.
Jennifer, how can you tell boys from girl angelfish? It's actually pretty simple, Jennifer. When you can't do it so easily when they're young, but when they're mature, which is at about between 2 and 3 inches. You look at the forehead. There are other ways to do it, but I always go by the forehead. If you look at the forehead, the male, look as it slopes down, the male will have a very distinct notch in it. It'll be almost an L, well, a wide V, I guess, a definite notch. The female, on the other hand, will be completely smooth. Now, that doesn't show up when they're young. It does when they're breeding size. So it doesn't help when they're young to know that because it doesn't show. But anyhow, that's how. So once they get about 1.5 to 2 inches, you'll be able to tell. It'll become obvious. Let's see where else.
Actually, we've got another question right here. Is a seahorse considered a fish?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it considered a fish? Is it considered a fish? Well,
That's a pretty good question.
I would say no more than a crab is considered a fish. It does not have scales. It does not have a skeletal structure. It has an exoskeleton. It does have essentially the same finnage. It's got 2 pectoral fins, a dorsal fin. I don't think it has a ventral fin. In fact, I know it doesn't. It has a prehensile tail. That doesn't exclude it, but it makes it unique. No, I would say a seahorse, and I'm sure it depends how you define your terms, but I would not consider it a fish. Is it in the aquatic kingdom? Certainly it is. But it doesn't meet kind of the basic criterion for fishhood, which is to have bones. It does not have bones. It does not have scales. Not all fish have scales. And sharks don't have bones. They have cartilage. So it's really not an absolute in that sense. But I would consider both eels and there are other fish too that don't have scales, and sharks as being fish. So
That's really interesting.
it's curious, isn't it?
Yeah, I never knew that seahorses didn't have bones. That's wild.
Curious. So they are essentially they're an exoskeleton. They have no internal structure to speak of. It's just kind of one big, I don't know what exactly. They're more like a jellyfish in a sense, with a hard exoskeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Strange animal. Very strange animal. I'm going to be having some soon. I'm going to get a colony of pygmies and get them set up somehow. 6 Danios, well, they breed, they will. Well, if you're not seeing babies, it could be because they haven't been breeding or because they're eating their eggs. You need a very deep layer of detritus, of mulm, leaves, that kind of thing, and a minimum of 1 inch deep. And they'll lay their eggs in that. And the babies will be able to feed in that as well as be protected from their parents who will try to eat them up. So and that's if your tank is open and you don't have a really a substantial way for the babies to hide or a significant way of being able to collect the eggs and hatch them apart from the parents, you ain't never going to see a baby because they're very predaceous fish and they will eat up anything that looks like food. And babies look like food. That's why they have so many.
Right.
They only need to replace themselves one time out of the hundreds of thousands of eggs that a female lays in her lifetime. She only needs two for replacement.
Wow.
Greg is here. Hello, Greg.
Hello, Father Fish.
How are you? Look at
I was
that.
going to come up and show Miss Jennifer, let you show them some some of these
Oh, good.
angelfish.
Nice.
And you can see
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you sure can't you?
See the humps on these guys.
Yep.
And then
Very
the females are generally smaller.
Right.
You know, if they're roughly the same, like this is a
So
female
those
right
are all
here.
male.
That's a female.
Where?
This
Oh,
little
there
one.
she is.
Yeah. There's I know there's for sure two females in there because I've been having two pair that's been
Oh,
cleaning.
nice. Yeah.
And these are this is 8 siblings. These are all brothers and sisters.
They're so pretty.
But you can definitely see the humps on the heads of the males if I don't scare them. This guy here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love those angels. The pearl scale.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
All the pearl scales.
Yeah,
Blue
they are.
zebras. Blue zebras, except for that one right there, that little female. Also
Nice.
the long fin rosy barbs.
Love those. I love the black tip.
Yeah, the males. These are 3 males. The females are kind of drab looking, but anyhow, before you got off, I just want to let Miss Jennifer see, and these was kind of really easy to see, and they're all
Good.
together.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg. That's great.
Yeah. Thanks for having me up. I'm out.
You bet. Bye. We're gonna knock it off here.
Sounds good.
We've done all we need to do, haven't we?
I believe so.
Oh, glory. Love you all.
Love y'all.
Nice to be with you this evening.
That it has been.
We're going to go off with a sing along.
I love my little fishies as they swim about their home. I love my little fishies as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found the peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Good night, all. Love you all.
Good night, y'all. Love y'all.
See you Sunday night.
Yep. See you Sunday.